Hi lovely people, it's Rachel and I wanted to pop on and share with you some of the Erin Condren Petite Planners which I bought. I am in two minds about these. I think that yay, we finally have a daily Erin Condren planner, but yeah, I'm not quite sure whether they've just gone maybe a bit too big because they're pretty huge. Although, no doubt, somebody will have already unbound it, punched it and shoved it in an A5 binder by the time I am sharing this with you. So who knows, who knows. But I picked up the monthly planner. I got the first quarter of next year as the daily planner, a gratitude journal and the goal setting journal. And I thought I'd just do a bit of a flip through, share some of the insides with you and yeah, a few thoughts as we go. So let's start with the monthly planner. It's the most simple and straightforward one. Now, I used to have a monthly planner. Sorry, I've got fabric scraps all over my desk because I use this area for cutting fabric out as well for sewing bags. Anyway, so I used to have a little monthly planner this size and it was very, very useful. This one though, it has got obviously 2019 monthly planner, so you've got a year kind of at a glance, so you could use that for marking paydays, holidays, you know, either highlight it or the really teeny tiny dots that I have that are transparent in the shop would also work here, so you could use those. And then of course you've got a couple of areas to note in the coming year. And I suppose if you were just using this, you might use that for you know, kind of big projects or goals or whatever that you wanted to put down. And then you're straight into month on 2 pages, all the way through from January through to December, surprise, surprise. These are the same colours as in all of the colourful planners. Oh gosh, it is weird looking at December 2019. And each one also has got 6, effectively they've spread the dates over 6 weeks, so you never have that thing where 2 days have to share a box, which is quite nice, which I really do appreciate because it always frustrates me. Let's see if I can find one. Right, here we go. So in June next year, if I show you in my life planner when I grab it, so next year's life planner in June, you can see there that you've got the 23rd and 30th are having to share a box, but in the petite planner obviously that isn't having to happen. That also just gives you an idea of the size as well compared with the classic Erin Condren, so you kind of, you know, your A5 size I think this, or is it slightly off? No, it is, it's just a smidge narrower than true A5. It'll be half letter I suppose, won't it, for the States. That incidentally is the new dashboards that will be going out in orders from this month. Yay, how cute. It was just handy, the most nearest A5 thing I had to hand. If you want to compare with something that's B6, there we go, can compare there, so you can see you are a little bit bigger than B6. Okay, so you get your 12 months. And I must admit, when I looked at this, the first thing that really struck me was how wide the margins are on this. I did feel they could have just given a little bit more space because it just feels a bit odd in the layout. And then you get lots and lots of note pages. So, you know, the rest of the book is basically notes pages. At the end is just a calendar for 2020. That really does feel odd saying that. And again, the in the coming year sections. And then we have just a quote, prompt to go and, you know, share things and follow them. And then there's this little wallet in the back with a sheet of stickers which have got gold foiling on. And these are similar, if not the same, as the ones that come in the main planner as well. I really like the flags, they're just pretty. So there we go, so that is the monthly planner. Now, the whole thing with these is that you're supposed to, or you can, buy their folio cover thing and set it up as a traveller's notebook. However, my thinking is that I can't be doing with the Travels notebook flicking in and out of the different notebooks. It doesn't work for me as a planning system. Works for me for journaling, that's different. So they also obviously are going to fit in the back of the Erin Condren pockets. They fit really nicely. So I'm wondering about trialling using the Erin Condren Life Planner. This is an hourly, which is for next year, and I was thinking I might do a whole series on how I'm setting up for next year. Let me know if that's something you'd be interested in. And I'm thinking about using it with a daily planner alongside and seeing how that pans out. Anyhow, that's a bit of an aside, because the next planner I thought we'd have a look at is the daily planner. Oh, grab a brew if you've not already. I'm on tea at the moment. Now, these journals are sewn together. They have a sewn binding, and the rest of them are absolutely fine. This one now, a bit scruffy, so I need to get in touch with them because I am concerned about this in the middle, that there's some of these holes that have only got a single strand on, and so, you know, they could come out. So I don't know, be interesting how they hold up. So daily planner then. So there are 4 of these to cover the whole year. Each one therefore covers a quarter of a year, 3 months, and this is the January to March. They all have different colour covers and quotes on the front, and the quote is foiled, which is quite pretty. So you get the month on 2 pages, again with that 6-week layout, which is nice, even if it does look a bit weird there because you've got all of this that's actually spare, but you could use that for extra notes or decoration or whatever. And then you get into the daily spreads. So each day you've got so much information on it. You've got where you are in the monthly calendar with the day actually circled on the calendar. Might seem a really little thing, but to me that's really useful, because I find it useful to be able to see where I am in the week when I'm planning ahead, and it so often gets to Thursday or Friday and I'm convinced I've still got loads of time left this week and I haven't. What can I say? Then you've got obviously your day and day, any specific occasions that are there. The first day of the week, oh, I thought the first day of the week did. Obviously not. Oh, is it a bit random? Okay. Forgive me, because I flipped through that and not actually picked it up correctly. Every 2 weeks you get a quote on the Monday, which is kind of cool. So you know when you see your quote, right, okay, it's been a fortnight has passed. On a daily planner, these little things just to sort of signpost where you are in the week. If you're somebody like me who sort of feels where you are in the week, does that make sense? That doesn't make sense. I'll probably edit that out. But it's just one of those little things that just helps signpost where you are in the week. So you get a quote every 2 weeks. Would have been nice if we could have had one every week. But you know, we're never going to be happy, are we? Then there's a list section with check marks. You've got a open section here and 3 sections here. Now the width of this bit here is wider than a column in either the hourly or the vertical Erin Condren. Now I really like that because I always feel like I need just that little bit more room, which is why I end up planning in my personal rings. Let me just see if I've got a page I can share with you, because they do tend to get personal stuff written down. Oh, let me try and find a page that's not got anything that's too much on. Okay, here we go. So on this, for example, I do tend to write across quite a bit of a page. So if I was using this for sort of writing my to-do list, it would work. And actually there's more than enough space there, because that is an exceptionally busy day. I don't tend to fill up the whole of one of these. So I really like that quite a bit, to be honest with you, because what I tend to have on my daily pages at the moment is just the what's going on that day and then the what I need to do. Well, I could do that here. and I've got some space for writing perhaps the Bible verse for that day that I like to do, maybe putting down just some stickers. I do wonder with stickers how thick this would end up getting, but I am liking the size. So it goes all the way through. Saturday and Sunday, share a page. Some people like it, some people hate it. My personal opinion is if I really, really needed extra space, I could put a post-it note in there or something just as a tip in. And to be honest with you, I might consider doing that from the month anyway, using a tip in and then having the bookmark where I am up to. So we go through, we go through, we go through. We get to the last day of the month, and normally in an EC, in the weekly planner of course, if you have a change of the month midweek, well, you've got to search about to find that week, haven't you? Not anymore, because the month is immediately afterwards and then you're straight on with the first. So that's quite nice, and I really do like it. We get to the end of March and we've got a couple of notes pages, simply because that's the number of pages they would have needed. I am guessing, depending on the quarter, you may have more or fewer notes pages at the back. Just depends how the day is going to line out. And then, as before, we've got a pocket in the back and some stickers, which this time are silver foiled. And I quite like these. I think they're really, really cute. These obviously fit across in the columns, and then you've got your little icons too. So this isn't really a planner. To my mind, this, if you stickerate this, it's going to, well, give you lots of real estate for doing it. It is going to end up quite thick. And I'm always wary of putting a sticker in the same place on every single page, if you see what I mean. That being said, I can't wait to play with it, and I'm very, very excited. And I'm actually quite tempted to just go, you know what, stuff it, I'm going to redate this and start now, because it's just, I just really, really like it. And I could see it working very, very well. Too many decisions. 2 more to go. So we've got the gratitude in this gorgeous purpley foil, and we've got the goal setting journal, which again has got like a silver foil. Let's have a look at this one first. This is the 2nd edition of their gratitude journal. I absolutely adore that purple foil, and I have no shame in telling you that to some extent this sheet of stickers was a big reason for me choosing to get this one. Now I am a little bit disappointed because I've just noticed that my pocket is pretty much hanging off. That's not great, but I have glue, I can fix it. It's not a huge deal. So, gratitude, big thing at the moment, isn't it? Especially with it being November, Thanksgiving in these States, and also it's the EllieBeth Gratitude Challenge this month as well. Do check that out on Instagram and my Facebook group if you aren't already aware of it. But what this has is it's got sort of 5 prompts and then a space for you to make up your own. And it's got different things like ways I connected today, what I love about this time of year, lessons I learned, focused on, cute things I saw. And it kind of just goes through with different things, and these are all different. And then you get a 30-day reflection. So favourite moments, things you've learned, observations, ways you've grown, and looking forward. And I think this would be really lovely to use, not necessarily when you're doing goals and intentions about what you want to have achieved in your work or in your home or whatever, but maybe as a really focusing on yourself and what you want to develop in yourself and your own kind of attitudes or behaviours or things that you want to learn or whatever. I think that'd be quite lovely. So you get this sort of 30-day reflections, and I think there's 2, 3, I think it's 6 off the top of my head, 4, 5, 6 and then you get a 6-month reflection. And so they're the same prompts as before, but they are just more space to write, and then a lovely quote page at the back. So really nice, and I think that's just a really lovely thing to do. I'm a big believer in being grateful for what we have. You know, it's something I've mentioned before, and I'll say it again. People who take time to notice things and be grateful for them are genuinely happier, 25% more happy than people who don't. Don't ask me how they worked that out. That's just the headline that I have, and who doesn't want to be 25% happier than they are now? But yeah, I think that's lovely. And gratitude is something which over time it develops into a place where even the hard stuff you can be grateful for. It takes time though. It's good to start with the good stuff, so being grateful for that, isn't it? So, gratitude journal. Finally, we have the goal setting journal, and I'll be very honest with you, I really don't like the cover of this. It is not my choice of kind of graphic design at all. I find it very wah in my face. I don't like the colours, they're a bit meh. But I was really interested to have a look at the contents and see how they were set up, because I kind of tend to think that perhaps this is me being a little naive. If Erin Condren as a company is putting out a goal setting journal, I would expect there to have been some internal research into how to set goals, and I would expect it to reflect the ways in which they as a company actually operate and set goals. Who knows? Maybe I'm just expecting a little bit too much, but I thought it'd be interesting. I do have power sheets for next year on the way as well, and I'll do a full review of those when they're up, or when they arrive. So I think if I am going to use this, I would definitely have to make it a new cover, because I just don't like this one. And that's okay, it's okay to not like a cover. So in this we get a whole guide to goal setting and connecting with your why, and talking about your values and what you actually care about. Then it talks you through the steps to actually make your goals specific and creating action steps. Then it's talking about creating space, and at this point of course this is about how this works in with your planner. Then there's a permission slip. Isn't that ace? And I love this line, you don't have to do anything and everything. Yes, check back with your values and your why. And then getting support on your goals, and then space to create a vision board. Then we get another quotes page, and we get a breaking down the goal. So there is space in here to do, and I can't remember now, sorry. Oh no, I don't know, I think it's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, I'm overachieving, it's 6. So space here to do 6 different goals, which sort of fits with the gratitude thing of it's 6 months. If you're doing 1 goal a month, you know. So break it down the goal, and it talks about the goal type, personal, career, financial, other, action plan, steps towards the goal, writing down your small steps, and then the goal check-in. So it's prompting you to come back to look at it, to maybe write a summary of where you're up to or what you've been doing, and the next things to what you have to do, and some notes pages. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 check-ins. So again, this would fit nicely over a month, because you could use this for each day. If each day you were working a little bit on your goals, because there's 7 spaces, then obviously you can use this kind of as a daily planner as well. Then at the end we get a review. Okay, so goal check-ins, and here we go. We get accomplishments, completed goals, habits developed, and then we get things I learned. So things that, how it works, what you're good at, what you need to improve on, what works, what doesn't. Celebrating the work. I quite like that. What you're grateful for. Big section there for what you're grateful for. Capable of, proud of, I know I can. And looking ahead, things that you still need to work on. And then we get just a couple of sheets of dark red paper, and again we have pretty stickers and a little goal setting tip sheet as well, which again mentions that you could be using those undated boxes as weekly, daily, often as you want. and stickers. We do those stickers, don't we? Oh, silvery stickers. Quite nice. I like layering these quotes over full boxes. I think that always looks quite fun. So that is the goal setting journal, and those are the 4 petite planners that I chose to get. I think I'm definitely going to give these a go and have a play around with them. If you would like to see a plan with me at some point as to how I'm going to use a weekly planner alongside with a daily, let me know and I will try and do that. I'll certainly be having a play with some setups and just general kind of testing of stickers and things in here. But yeah, if you are new to Erin Condren and fancy getting hold of anything from there, maybe not this but maybe something else, have a look in the description. There is a coupon code for $10 off your first purchase. And in the meantime, let me know, what planner setup are you thinking about using for next year? Because I'm already thinking about mine. I wonder if you've already chosen or decided or what it's going to be. Who are your contenders? Until next time, lovely people, I hope you have a fabulous rest of the day and I'll speak to you again soon. Bye for now.